Hi.
Yes. So meet my friend and my colleague Franco,
Hello.
and his full name is Gianfranco, but we call him Franco, and he works with me, and I'm really glad that he signed up for this interview with me. After so many um, discussions, we finally agreed on this spot and this location. So finally we are doing it, and I'm really happy about it. So Franco,
Yes.
first thing, do you wanna introduce yourself?
Hello. My name is Gianfranco. Off the top of my head, I'm nothing that special. I think I'm just an average person. Pretty boring.
Okay. uh, Other than being boring, what is very original about you?
Original about me. That's a very tough question. I don't think there's something about me that's original compared to like everyone else.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a little more hyperactive than most people, I would find.
Yeah, but I want to highlight,
Mhm.
although you say yourself boring or anything,
Mhm.
but everybody would agree with me, whoever knows you,
Yes.
that you are pretty funny
Okay.
and you make everybody laugh.
Yes.
And that's very original about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you have a lot of experience with how you talk, and like you can say or like talk anything out, and that's really a special thing, because you know how to handle tough situation
Yeah.
with words, and that's really special. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would agree that I have a very strong social aspect.
Yeah, and really like that's one of the important thing when you actually um, work anywhere or like live your life, because all like academic stuff doesn't count
Right.
if you're not good at
Right.
like how
It's
yeah
it's not about what you got, it's how you sell it.
yeah and that's really special about you. So Franco,
Yes.
starting from the beginning, I would like to ask you, how was your growing up here in Montreal, Quebec?
It was actually amazing.
Yeah.
Like, as a child, I was obviously like 8 years old, stubborn. I never get what I want. But like looking back, I had an amazing childhood here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what sort of things did you enjoy about your childhood?
I would say it's mostly family.
It's mostly family. Like who all were really around when you were a kid?
Yes, I was mainly with my cousins actually.
Mm-hmm.
All of my cousins, when we would be done with school, our parents would still be working, so we would all gather up together at my grandmother's place.
Really?
Yeah.
So your maternal grandmother or paternal?
My maternal grandmother.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your mom is also Italian,
Yes.
and your dad is Italian.
Yes.
Both of your parents are immigrant, or their parents were immigrant?
My grandparents were immigrants.
Okay,
Yes.
so your grandmother and grandfather came here
Yes.
from Italy.
Yes.
Okay, so are they still around?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Do you visit them often?
Not as much recently. Yeah, it's been getting pretty busy, especially with work, because
Yeah.
our work has very odd hours.
Yeah.
We don't even have weekends half the time.
Yeah, half of the time we work
Yeah.
weekends.
So it's kind of hard to see family nowadays.
yeah, but like you can go to visit them on Mondays if
Yeah.
you have Monday off. Yeah.
Yeah, but usually it's whenever I have Sunday off.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we visit.
Mm-hmm. Are your cousins still around here, or
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Are they? Do you guys have a lot of bonding left still?
It's getting a lot more difficult, and
Yeah.
it's pretty sad. But
Yeah.
life. That's how life works nowadays. My oldest cousin is now married, got a child recently.
Yeah, you told me about it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
baby was born June 12th, a couple of days ago. So he's
Awesome.
he's officially a dad.
Mm-hmm.
Other cousins are same situation as me, penny pitching to buy a house.
Yeah, but it's really like nice that you all are thinking about buying a house. That's like, I never thought about it before you like mentioned, like, although my dad is in like real estate
Yeah.
and he's really good at it,
Yeah.
but I've never thought of uh, getting a house and like buying a house and like saving for it.
Right.
That's really good mindset. It's having your own place, and maybe I think that I don't have enough money and I don't want to make a really hard saving step towards it. That's why probably I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
But that's really nice. And do you want to talk about like your schooling here and
schooling?
And how was school like after high school or like before high school, how the things change, or what are the things that were really nice?
I want to say that elementary school was rough, actually, initially. Because I started at one school, but then my family moved to a different spot in the city, and I would have to change elementary school. And that was really, really hard for me. I'm sociable.
How like young you were?
Third grade. Yeah, I switched during the third grade. Yeah, I was very much a crybaby when I was little.
Franco,
yeah.
You were the same, and I really had difficulties, and I have moved so far from my home.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine how did I do it. And
Yeah, that's
probably
it.
that's
would
why
not.
I have trauma.
Yeah, I would lock myself in the basement, just never go outside. Like you're definitely way stronger than I am.
Yeah, and definitely like I have so much trauma for it, but you continue like because you said there's something about like moving from one elementary school to another.
Yeah, moving one elementary school to another was rough for me. I can't imagine moving to like a different country.
Yeah, but like how was like, did you find difficulty making friends or?
Very much so. It was initially for me. I wasn't as social as I am now.
Yeah,
yeah, as a kid I was very like unsociable. I would consider myself weird, awkward, to the point where my parents intervened when I was in third grade to help me make friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Sheldon.
Almost like Sheldon, yeah. They literally came to my elementary school, talked to a few kids, and convinced them to be friends with me. And that's
really sweet.
It's both sweet and sad at the same time.
No, it's not sad.
A little bit.
Yeah. But why do you think they were not being your friends?
Huh? Well, like no one. Like, I guess I was too shy, awkward.
Yeah.
Like I was the new kid at school.
Yeah, and everybody is mean to a new
Oh yeah,
kid.
everyone was mean to the new kid.
Yeah.
At least in my elementary school, most of them were actually Italian.
Really?
Most were Italian, yeah. And we're rough with each other.
Really?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of judgments going on. People picking on each other.
Yeah, because I feel that too.
Yeah.
Really. When I see Indian here, they're not very nice. Not talking about like all, like majority, but I'm talking about few things that I have experienced that they sort of are not nice to other Indian people. I don't know.
It's not that they were like, or at least for me, it wasn't necessarily hate for each other, but like there was a strong like, this is what's popular, this is what's not.
Yeah.
And
at the early age, you won't say like.
So maybe it's not just necessarily just like
they don't
like
like
region
you.
Specific. Maybe it's just like age specific. Like everyone at that age.
Yeah.
Has that phase.
Yeah, they were like they didn't approve of your whatever you were doing.
Yeah, and what the things that I were doing even back then as a kid was pretty much playing with card games, trading cards. Even then, back there was a child. Yeah.
Like child, like 3-year-old.
Not 3 years.
On
but
third.
Yeah, third grade.
Third grade.
I would still like enjoy playing Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Still 28 years old.
Yeah,
and I
he's
still
collecting. Yeah.
I still collect. Yes.
Yeah, and this concept is so new for me, and I have never collected cards.
Yeah, it's an expensive hobby. I don't recommend it.
Expensive?
It's expensive.
Really?
Yes.
Do you have to buy the cards?
You have to buy the cards. Yeah. I recently went to a game store and I asked for a single 9-pack of cards, and they looked me in the eye and they said $10. And
Seriously?
I just walked out of that store. That is, it is not worth $10.
Maybe I would have, if I would be in your place, I would buy them.
You would buy
and
it?
regret them.
Yeah.
Because I would be so shy to like say no at the last minute
Yeah.
once the price has
The-
been disclosed.
Yep.
I have done this so many times.
Yep. That's where it takes skill.
Yeah.
That's where I, develop my social skills.
Really?
Do not be afraid to say the things that you want to say.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
just,
nice.
just say it out loud, even though you think there might be repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
Odds are that there's not going to be any repercussion.
But you really yeah.
If there is, then there is. It's fine. Just take it. It sounds so wrong, but
no,
yeah.
No. I get it. You wanna say that if you are not okay with something, probably saying it makes a difference.
Mhm.
If there are repercussions, then that's a different
Yes.
story. But at least you said it and probably deal
Yeah.
with repercussions.
I mean, the game store people laughed at me when I just said no after telling me the price. But,
it's okay.
But like you said, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $10 for a pack of cards.
That's really nice thing.
Mhm.
But I'm very shy at
Yeah.
certain times, and I'm not very shy at certain times. So it depends on whole situation.
Yeah.
And also I'm in different country,
Mm-hmm.
and I would share the same experience. Even though I wasn't in elementary school, I came here after graduating from masters from Alberta here, and I was finding it so hard. Everything sounded so foreign to me, everything from Alberta to here, it's the same country.
Yeah.
It's still, but everything is different,
How so?
Because the language,
Mhm. Yeah.
first thing.
Yeah.
And French sounded so foreign. I don't
Yeah.
know why. Wherever I go, wherever I went, for grocery shopping, from metro, from library,
Mhm.
everything
It's
sounded.
French.
Yeah, and also I really had such a depressing period. New job.
Is it the language barrier that was making it so depressing?
No, just the culture.
Mhm.
Because even in Alberta, people talk to each other. At grocery store, they would take, hi, hello, how are you? They would talk for 5 minutes just out of nothing.
Yes.
It's they are more polite. I would say when they interact, because it's a town kind of.
Yes.
And it's a city.
Mhm.
And I must share that I never lived in a very big city ever on my own. I've been to big cities in India where I lived with other people or my family or somebody, but never on my own. So
Right.
probably that's why. And it's a metro, right?
Mhm.
And I find it really nice here now.
Okay.
I get the vibe here.
You got used to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what I want to talk about. It's basically the getting used to. You are more confident. That's what I want to point out. You're more confident in saying no or standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you were used to this surrounding for so long. Don't you think?
My surroundings.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I would agree with the surroundings, but I wouldn't necessarily like the surroundings of the city specifically. I guess it was more so with the people that I've managed to, interact with over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. I think, but don't you think the familiarity with everything here helps you to say whatever you want?
I would say so, yeah. Because I am familiar with everything.
Yeah.
It does give me a little bit more confidence of when to say yes or no to things.
Yeah. It's totally, I'm just correlating it, but
Yes.
definitely it's a different thing. But do you want to talk about growing from high school to undergrad?
From high school to undergrad, there was a middle period called CJEP. You want me to talk about that?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have it.
Yeah. Here we have this middle ground between university and high school. We call it CJEP.
Only in Quebec.
Only in Quebec.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
We even have a different grading system. It's very toxic.
That's what I want to know.
Yes.
I've heard from so many people and why that is, especially in Quebec, because now everything is so global, right?
Yeah.
In all over Canada.
I guess Quebec was trying to do a good thing because they don't want people to just graduate from high school and boom, going to work. They want to have at least some form of upper education. And so they created CJEP, where they have this system where people can get an easy way of upper education, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a university degree, but it's more than a high school degree is what people are doing, which is
Okay.
good. It's very good. The grading system, however, is very, very, very awful, and I think it should adopt the GPA system rather than this R score system.
What is that?
The R score system is instead of actually like say you get 100% on a test, right?
Mhm.
Right? On a GPA scale, they would say you were 4.0, you're perfect, right?
Yeah, 4.
In an R score system, say everyone else got 100 as well. Your 100 doesn't show up on the report. Instead, what shows up on the report is how well you did relative to the class.
Okay, it's
Yes.
a relative marking.
It's a relative marking. So
Okay.
even if you got 100, if everyone else got 100 too, on your final report, it's going to say you're average at best.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
okay, so you have to graduate that to go to like undergrad.
Yes.
Did you go to an undergrad?
I did go to an undergrad.
Which degree did you choose?
I decided to go with a bachelor's of science in human physiology. Yes. I'm honestly shocked I even managed to get into undergrad, considering, the whole.
Really?
Yeah. My R score wasn't that great. I think it's roughly close to like the GPA system scoring. Not really, actually. I think 40 is really good, and like 30.
How much is the best?
Like the best, there's no like cap actually. Technically, there's no cap. The number can go like really, really high, but normally we don't see anything above like a 42, 43, something like that. If you're like 30, I think like you're roughly average. Like I would say that it's like a
Average,
like
okay.
like 2.7 GPA, something like
40 is good.
that. 40 is like A plus. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 40 and over, you're golden.
Okay.
Like med school worthy kind of.
Really?
Yeah. I think I finished, if I remember correctly, with like a 36. So I did fairly well.
Yeah, around 40.
Yeah. And which is at my time was very good because I managed to get into McGill with a 36. I think I was
Because
fine.
then
Yeah.
at university you need to like show your score, then only
Yes.
you have to get in.
And then they decide whether or not I get in. But
Okay.
fun fact, my brother, who's 3 years younger than me, finished CJEP with a 38 and applied to like roughly the same, the same programs I applied for McGill. With a 38, he did not get in 3 years later.
Really?
Yeah.
So where did he get in?
He went to Concordia instead.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of scary how things change over 3
Yeah.
years.
Seriously, like
Yeah.
with better score,
He
he
would
could,
like 2 points better
maybe the
overall.
competition was
Yeah,
like higher.